They call me a Berber man. So I'm a real Berber now, and I speak Berber with as many of the people as I can. I feel like it's horrible, but they say it's really, really good. The organization's called Peacecorps, and it's actually part of the American government, and Peace Corps goes to about 60 countries around the world, all developing countries, and they help them in whatever needs that they have. Here in Morocco, there's 4 sectors that Peace Corps works on: health, environment, small business development, and youth development. And so I'm in the environmental sector, of course. And I've been teaching them that English and Spanish so that I can teach them more complex environmental concepts like botany, biology, geology, things like that, and other subjects like that. And you know, they know how to interact with the environment. There's a lot of new materials that are being introduced to them that are not the same as they've historically been used to, because everything that they've produced in the past, like pottery and stuff like that, sure, it's fine if you throw it out the window and it's not polluting anything. It breaks down like rocks or dirt. But all the new stuff, like plastics and rubbers and stuff like that, they think act the same when they throw them out the window, but they're not at all the same. And they're very bad for the environment. So I'm trying to teach them that kind of stuff. And Tamatert is on the edge of Toubkal National Park. And Toubkal National Park is the oldest national park in Morocco, the first national park in Morocco. And it was created, like its boundaries were created in 1942. And I'm here to help the people of the village interact with the park better and to take an inventory of everything that happens in the park and teach them about, you know, the processes that occur in the park, as well as to help them with their water management issues. There's, like I was saying earlier, there's a lot of trash in the streets and the alleyways, and people just, they think that it's no problem at all and that trash is fine to be there. And I've been trying to tell them that as trash breaks down into tiny, tiny bits, it gets into the waterways and it gets into the fields, and each of those tiny pieces of trash, it acts like a poison, is the only way I have to explain it. Mm-hmm. And then when they're eating like the products from the fields, not so much, but then when they're drinking the water from the rivers, mm-hmm. they're drinking that poison. And I've been trying to tell them that again and again, that it's very, very bad. And even if they don't get that concept, then I tell them that tourists hate trash, and they do not want to see trash anywhere. If they see trash, they're not going to want to come back again, and they're going to tell their friends it's very dirty. And that concept gets them, because that's their pocket, you know? That's their... Well, waste management is very important, like I've been talking about. Also, another one that's very important is water management. And I read a report the other day that said in Algeria, they're supposed to be out of water, completely out of water, by 2010. And Morocco is supposed to be out of water by 2020 or 25, which is right around the corner. And with the techniques that they're using to water their fields, it's very wasteful. They just flood the fields and then close off the reservoir and then flood the fields again. But if they use drip irrigation, then it's 7 times more efficient. Mm-hmm. And that would save a ton of water, not only for each of the villages, but for the whole country. And they can be able to use their water that much more efficiently. But as far as, especially where near the natural areas are, people need to be a lot more aware of the environment and how the people interacting with the environment affects the environment, especially with grazing, with the sheep and goats. And lots of times there's certain areas, not around here, people are pretty good about it, but there's certain areas where the grazing is so bad that there's almost no vegetation anywhere, mm-hmm. because they let the sheep and the goats eat everything. And then erosion happens more, and you know, all the plants start dying off because they're not reproducing. So there's a lot of things that can be done, and slowly but surely they're being done.